Here we have a 2022 on a 22 registration DAF LF Noone Turas 900S 33 seat PSVAR compliant MIDI coach. So I think this is only the second used one of this vehicle, or this type of vehicle, to go to the second hand market. And I sold the first one, and I sold it for JIL buses. So we are looking at the new version of the Turas 900, the Turas 900S, based on a DAF LF chassis rather than a Mercedes-Benz Artigo chassis. We're up in Fort William with the mountains behind us, and a minute ago we had a rainbow, but it's gone. And we're at JIL buses, looking at this very, very well presented, 3 years old nearly, 33 seat MIDI coach. As you can see, Euroliner wheel trims are fitted. They're into mark on it, to be honest. And for me, this is the best truck-based MIDI coach on the market at the moment. But that, let's be honest, that's only my opinion, okay? One thing I like about it is there aren't many of this size of vehicle you can get with some form of boot space and a wheelchair lift. But basically, Noone are very good at engineering things to make stuff fit where you want them to fit rather than where they have to fit. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not massive. What it reminds me of is, and there's one over there, a Cheetah comparison, where in a Cheetah you can have 29 seats and loads of luggage, or you can have 33 seats and not so much luggage. It was always a compromise. This reminds me of a 33 seat Cheetah. It's got the luggage, but it's not got luggage for 33 people, okay? But it's still got something which is better than nothing. Reverse cameras fitted, side mounted wheelchair lift at the rear, decent size side lockers. As you can see, what I'm going to do, I'm going to close this boot lid, because otherwise we'll be stuck with that awful bleating noise. So there we go. So yeah, you've got a decent size side locker which you can use for additional luggage or putting cleaning stuff in or whatever. Power operated plug type door. The reason I'm a fan of this product is this bit here. You get on anything else that's truck based, whether that be particularly, well, Artigo based, shall we say, which is what this would be in its previous life. What's your alternatives? Humvee Voyager, Humvee Touring, Cheetah XL, IndyCar Next. The drivers buy the engine, so as a client you either have to get on at the front and circumnavigate the engine, or you've got to get on behind the driver. And for me, that distances the driver from the passengers. Where we've always wanted something to replace one of them, right? Because we all love a Cheetah, they're a good workhorse, but you got on reasonable step access by the driver, because the driver was behind the engine. And that's what Noone have done. This is what I said about how they engineer things. Instead of putting the vehicle on top of the engine, they've put it behind the engine, so therefore you've got a lower entrance and your clients get on by the driver. Okay, power operated plug type door, by the way. So once we jump on board, this for me is the closest you will get these days to one of them. Okay, so we've got 33 reclining seats. 3-point seat belts are fitted, as are the extra padding flaps there for a bit more comfort. Finished in this very neutral two-tone leather. Very corporate interior. You could even put a couple of tables in this, couldn't you, if you wanted to, and make it into a little VIP coach. There's USB connectors in the racks. Great for people not poking them, prodding them. not so great, because when they're all plugged in, it looks like the oxygen masks have deployed. But why for CCTV? It is a very smart little thing, this. I rate this product, I really, really do. And what you've got to look at, if you look at one new, or even in the used market, you look at it and go, phew, it's a similar price to like a little Yutong TC9 or a little Thames or MD9. Right, here's the difference. Twice the MPG pretty much. And that's key, isn't it? In the current marketplace, costs are going up, rates aren't. If you can get 20 miles to the gallon instead of 12, you're having it. Let's be fair. Okay. These two seats here, so that one and that one, are on quick release tracking. Just see the handles there. So that's your wheelchair space. So you lose 2 doubles, 4 seats, making it 29 plus a wheelchair. We've got wood effect laminate to the floor. We've got a carpet to the aisle. We're fully air conditioned. It's a Spheros system. So same system you find in Thames's. Vanuel use Spheros. You know, a lot of operators use Spheros. It's a good system. Didn't point that out because they're not turned on, but you've got LED destination displays to front, side and rear. The only thing I don't like is having that there. For me, try and get it in the stretch panel, because that way it's not blocking passengers' view. For me, if I was sat in that seat, that'd annoy me. But again, little things, and a lot of the time it's my opinion. My opinion's not that important. It's your opinion that counts. Down at the business end, well laid out dash for the driver, as you can see. Multifunction steering wheel. We've got lane departure warning, automated emergency braking system. As I said earlier, DAF LF chassis, that's a Euro 6 chassis. It's driven, this particular model, it's driven through a ZF AS-tronic automated gearbox. That'll give you, again, better fuel consumption over having a ZF Ecolife option. Okay. Little bit of carbon fibre effect trim to the dash. Also got a courier seat, so ideal for little tours, small groups and so on. But I think with that interior and the silver colour and the fact that you're not going to get 33 suitcases in it, for me, I think there's a bit of an idea there to make it like 25 with a couple of tables or whatever, you know. But listen, you'll decide. What everybody wants really is 33 seats, and that's what it's got. So to recap, it's a 2022 on a 22 registration DAF LF Noone Turas 900S 33 seat PSVAR compliant midi coach.